Aloha, I'm Kaiwi Miller, and welcome to this special in-flight edition of Ocean Paddler on Hawaiian skies. Today we'll take a look at the most extreme stand-up paddling and paddleboarding race in the world, the Moloka'i2Oahu. Every year, top athletes from around the world flock to Hawaii to test themselves in the often unpredictable Kaiwi Channel.
So we are at the Kaluakoi Villas on the island of Moloka'i, and we are paddling 32 miles to the island of O'ahu. And these athletes that are here, we have just shy of 300 athletes from around the world, 15 different countries. And they are either gonna paddle prone on a paddleboard, or they are gonna do this event, 32 miles, all the way that way on a stand-up paddleboard. Just under 300 international competitors that are here that have been in Hawaii for the last couple of weeks preparing for this race. This is the 17th annual Moloka'i2Oahu paddleboard race, and we have plenty of athletes that have done this race, 10 plus times.
And that's the thing about this channel. They call it the channel of the bones, and it's very, very deep in some places. And the water, the currents, everything, it becomes very rough. And the Kaiwi Channel is a place that even the Hawaiians were very cautious about.
You're gonna fall, you're gonna tip over, you're gonna lose your board. It could be wind, you're rolling off your board, you're hugging your board. You just really have to just embrace the fact that it is what it is. So we have two sports within paddleboarding, and we have prone paddleboarding, which is a little bit more traditional, where you're lying and using just your arms. And then in 2007, 2008, we had some interest from some guys that were really interested in crossing the channel on their stand-up paddleboards. So within our race, there are two separate categories.
You train for so many months and you're thinking about this one day, and it's weird to be a week out and then a few days out, and then it's like, okay, tomorrow, that's it, And starting on that start line, I remember my first year especially lining up, and I wasn't actually nervous because I was like, this is the moment that I've been training for.
I want to get out there and all of a sudden, pull the arrow back and just let it fly, and all I do is commit to what I need to do. And all I see is that island, see the nose of my board where I'm pointing, and dinging in as hard as I can.
I grew up with the sport. I remember doing the channel when there was not even a thought of a rudder, and it was hard to do it. So I feel like I'm a part of it. I feel like I was part of the beginning of the sport, and I'm still here. It doesn't matter what title or anything. It's just, I love this sport, and that's why I'm here.
I mean, stand-up definitely is the stronger sport, but this year it looked like paddleboarding was, had the equal amount of competitors as stand-up. It's actually unreal to see, and the two divisions are infusing and combining very nicely, and I think it's just the beginning of a friendly relationship. The Moloka'i2Oahu race, just those words there, that the Molokai is just so famous and synonymous in the paddling world, whether it be stand-up, outrigging, surf ski. Just that word itself is enough to instantly put it as a world championship without actually saying a world championships.
It's such an accomplishment just to finish. I mean, I remember the first time I just finished, it felt like I won.
This is a long training process. I don't think, it's not only a physical training, but it's also a mental training.
It's a very tricky thing to sort of master, and it's never quite perfected, but I think, it's just, you're on a mission on getting pretty close to perfection.
It's all about that feel, that connection with the water. And once you can get that, and then you go get fit and strong. Anyone can get fit and strong, that's the easy bit.
A lot of people trying to, conquer the channel for a lot of different reasons, and I'm out there to enjoy every second of my time spent in the water in Hawaii, but I'm out there to win. I want to cross that line first, and I want to make sure that the record remains in my name.
I think for all the athletes, it changes their lives, and that's why they keep returning. To be out there in the middle of the ocean, in that deep blue or purple water, it's a life-changing experience, and I think that's what brings everybody back, and that's what brings everybody for the newcomers, they want to experience that.
I ran my own race, so I just put my head down and just tried to conserve. I didn't even watch the other guys. I saw them go left. I was like, okay. I didn't pay attention. I just wanted to get there as short as I can, as fast as I can without dying. So I just was head down and steering kind of thing, doing my job. And then it wasn't until we hit O'ahu where I was saying where the race really begins is Marshall yells out. He goes, "Oh, Travis, by the way, you're in the lead." So I actually didn't know I was leading until we got near O'ahu. Those two guys went south straight away. I think it was more Lenny's plan was to race south. Being the favourite Connor Baxter, you're going to cover your main rival, which opened the door completely up for everyone else. And they didn't realise it because they were so wrapped up in their own little race. And then by the time they reached O'ahu, they were so far off O'ahu that apparently they had to turn hard right and virtually paddle into it to even get back. And while they're doing that, me and Scott Gamble are turning the wall to head for home.
When you hit China walls, the water gets really rough and mixed up, and you'll notice because you start to have to balance more. And then when you turn that corner and you get hit with this headwind, it's like, it's just incredible. You just can't believe how strong it is.
It's just one of those things where you want to be in a really good frame of mind when you get there and just put the pedal to the metal and be really excited about what you've just accomplished.
What an amazing race. For detailed race results, just check out Moloka'i2Oahu.com. Well, we hope you enjoyed this special in-flight edition of Ocean Paddler on Hawaiian Skies. I'm Kala'i Miller. Enjoy the rest of your flight.